This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it, body.
Wake your punk ass up. That crust out your eyes.
You having sex with
You go right into your own mouth, jackass?
Yeah,
Yeah, wow. Adam-Carolla is here, ladies and gentlemen. What an entrance right there.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Man, we couldn't stop. It took us a week to stop laughing after you left last time, so that's a big act to follow.
Well, all right, and this time 10 days.
10 days?
I guarantee.
You're going for 10 days?
Yeah.
Now, first of all, you're performing at Carolinas, right?
Caroline's tonight.
Yep. And
Yep.
Tonight, tomorrow night, you'll be there as well?
Tonight with Artie Lang, tomorrow night with Lisa Lampanelli, and then Thursday night with the Paul Newman racing documentary I just finished.
Paul Newman, man. Did you have a relationship with Paul Newman? Or
It was only sexual. We never spoke. And since I'm a bottom, we really
you never even saw his face?
never even saw his face. Never saw the man's face. I did feel the sting of a Coors beer set down in the small of my back a few times, and that's how I knew it was him.
You packing?
No, I never met him. I own his cars. I have 6 of his former race cars, and I restore them and race them. That's where the documentary came from.
How old is the oldest car he had?
He raced from about 1970 to up until just before he passed in 08. He raced till he was 83 years old. So I have his GT1, 1985 GT1 championship car. I have his 1986 GT1 championship car. And I have one from 79 and just different eras in that area, but all vintage.
All
race
vintage.
cars.
Nice.
Race
So
cars,
they would
yeah.
be worth about how much accumulatively, would you say?
It's tough, and I'll tell you why. Because if you ask me what a Ferrari Lusso cost, a 1964 Ferrari Lusso, I'll tell you between $2.3 and $2.5 million because they exist. I mean, they
Okay.
sell them. You know what I mean? There's 500 were made, and they come up at auction, and you get most of your prices in life off of comps. So if you want to buy a condominium or a house or whatever it is, you go, what do the other houses in the neighborhood cost? Well, if you have a Paul Newman race car, it's kind of one of one. So you can't base it on, well, the last one sold for $800,000, so that means mine's worth $1 million. There's nothing. I don't know to compare it. There's nothing to compare it to. Yeah. But my kids will find out after I die when all the shit's up on eBay.
Well, yeah, when it's up on eBay because you got this book, right? And Adam wrote this book, Daddy Stop Talking, and other things my kids want but won't be getting. And in the beginning of the book, you see the last will and testament of Adam-Carolla, and he starts, I, Adam-Carolla, being a beaten down mind, declared this to be my last will and testament. I revoke all wills and addendums previously made by me. You guys never did listen anyway. So and that was directed towards your kids, right?
I'm talking shit from the grave. Yeah. I always say, oh, you know what? On my tombstone, I just wanted, everyone goes, what do you want to say on your tombstone? And I wanted to read, you assholes are on your own. I'm done.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how old are your kids, man?
Oh, well, this is for society. My
okay.
kids,
Okay, all right.
my kids are fine.
Okay.
They're turning 9. They're twins.
They're twins, right? And the cute little kids on the front of the
nice,
book.
yeah.
man.
Yes,
That's
yes.
their mom right there?
Yeah.
Got a beautiful
She's good
wife,
looking.
man.
Yeah, well, that's why the kids are good looking.
Yeah, right?
Obviously, my demon seed is not going to make them.
Demon seed.
Going to make them beautiful.
You know what I like about you, man? You are truly selling everything moving, huh?
Yeah,
Even your kids.
yeah.
You know,
I'd sell your goddamn beard if it wasn't attached to you.
I mean, damn, the kids are in here. And I was reading a couple of the chapters because it's so real. Like, I'm not down with OPP. Overpraise for participation. That's one of your chapters, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And is that about what?
Well, I had to go to my kids. My son got into your kids. You pray they get into a sport that's fun to watch, like cage fighting or something like that. You know what I mean? Something's exciting. You know what I mean? Like, son, you got to cover up. You got to go into full guard. No, my son got into long distance running. which is the most boring fucking thing to watch. By the way, if you want to see an 8-year-old run, just go home and tell him to get you a sandwich from the refrigerator, and he will run to the refrigerator. Like, you can watch your son run at any time. So he's just running.
Look at the picture of his son actually running in his.
He's just running in a circle, and I'm sitting up in the stands, and at a certain point, he made it to the championship.
Yeah.
But he came in like 8th out of 10, and they had a podium set up for first, and then a lower one for second and third and fourth, and my son was just standing on just a serving tray.
Yeah.
That was his podium. It was like a coaster. It was on, and the kid in 10th place, we had to dig a hole and put him in that thing. But their podium is gold, silver, and bronze. There's no 8th place. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
My thing was get in the fucking car. Let's go home. You came in 8th place. No, but Dad, the medal ceremony. Yeah, for the guys who beat your ass, not you.
Yeah, but Adam,
came in 8th.
That's when you're supposed to say it doesn't matter if you took first or last. It's as long as you tried your best.
Right, now get in the car. Let's get the fuck out of here. I've killed enough Saturdays watching you run in a circle, jog in a circle.
Killed enough Saturdays. That's how you think when you got a kid. I got a 16-year-old daughter, man, and you are able to say the things that we are fearful of saying about our own kids.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Anything you want to share about your kid with Adam? Maybe you guys can relate. 888-742-3345. This is Naughty by Nature. You're down with OPP. Adam isn't.
Oh, good theme.
You like that, right? You like that?
Nice.
All right. Sway in the morning. Shade 4-5. 16 minutes into the hour. Adam-Carolla is here, man.
Yeah.
You got to read this book if you're a parent. Daddy, Stop Talking and Other Things My Kids Won't Be Getting. Man, one of my favorite chapters, too, was what I learned from my parents by not learning from my parents.
Yes. I do the exact opposite of everything they've done in life. But listen, I'll tell you what. It's pretty effective if you think about it. Like, I used to bet on every Super Bowl and lose every Super Bowl bet I ever made.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So at one point, a couple of years ago, Jimmy Kimmel called me, and the Super Bowl was coming up in a couple of days. And he said, "Who you betting on?" And I said, "You know what, Jimmy? I'm tired of losing. I'm giving up. I'm not betting this year. I've lost 10 years in a row, and I'm cursed. I can't." And he said, "Oh, no, you need to pick a team." And I said, "Why? I've given up betting because all I do is lose." And he said, "You don't understand. You need to pick a team so we can all pick the opposite team so we can win." I said, he had a bookie on a 3-way, right? So I said, I don't even know how to place a bet. And a guy came in and went, "I can handle your action." And I was like, he had the bookie on the 3-way the whole time. He said, "Now pick a team."
Yeah.
And I picked a team, and I picked the Patriots, and I think the Giants beat them that year. And as soon as I was done making my bet, Jimmy made his bet the opposite, and everyone made their bet the opposite. So you can learn a lot from other people who are fuck-ups.
What was your minimum bet on, like, the Super Bowl?
Oh, probably $500 or $1,000 or something. It wasn't
Wasn't
have
crazy.
sex with my wife. Although, for the right amount. But the point is,
You got a beautiful wife, man.
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's got to be at least $500. But you can learn a lot from people who don't know a lot by doing the opposite of what those people were doing. Like, it's somewhere in the book, but at some point I'm going to take my kids around to, Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Home Depot, and the 72-year-old guy who's working behind the counter at the chicken joint or at the Home Depot. And I'm just going to go, "Hey, come here, Pops, come here. Tell my son how you got here, and then we'll know what not to do."
That's not nice.
Come on, man. First
You're 72. You're making $8.75 an hour. Something didn't go right.
He just wants to continue working. But you know what I'm curious about?
Not at McDonald's. He doesn't.
All right, you got a point.
Yeah.
All right, something that I know Heather B's probably curious about as well. How you feel about beating your kids?
Beating. Oh, I don't. I see. Here's the reason I don't do it. I don't do it, and I've talked to Dr. Drew about this a few times. He's not into it either, but he says, if your kid puts himself in danger, if your kid goes running out into the street without looking, then it's okay to get out the flip-flop and give him a shot across the coolie. But if, in general...
What the hell?
A shot across the coolie?
I tried to take some of my Italian heritage and some of your African American heritage with the flip-flop and commingle them into one light
the
beating.
flip-flop was African American. That's
Right. Now you take your Jordan off.
I thought the word shot, like shot, was African American.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess, yeah, statistically, you're probably right.
Oh gosh.
All right, now listen to me.
I'm listening.
Now, what I'm saying is the reason I don't want to hit my kids is I'm not uptight about it. You know, I'm not like, look, the kid falls off the rope swing and skins up their arm, so be it, get back on that tire swing, have some fun, whatever. I'm all for rough and tumble. The thing is in life, when something happens, like you've been late 3 days in a row to work, your boss doesn't take you into the next room and take a switch out and whack you in the ass. You get disciplined. You know what I mean? Something gets taken away from you monetarily, whatever it is. So what I want is my kids to be used to consequences, but consequences like, my daughter never stopped bugging me. We went out to dinner a few nights ago, and she was like, I want froyo, Daddy. I want froyo. I want frozen yogurt. By the way, how lazy are we that we don't even say frozen and yogurt?
Right.
Froyo?
We say froyo, but we have all the time in the world for the doggy door. We could just call it the dog door. No one would get confused. Which door is that? We add doggy door. So which is it? Are we trying to be efficient or not? We're going out for all the time. We make doggy longer than it needs to be, but fro, we got no time for. Sorry.
Weird shit.
Yeah, another cultural thing.
We didn't have doggy doors.
No, we didn't. Go out.
You guys,
the rat would come in with the doggy.
You guys got your own fro, yo. Like, hey, how about that fro, yo?
Wow. Adam-Carolla, ladies.
So
That's funny.
My daughter punished the shit out of me with this fro-yo, Well, Daddy, come on. I said, and we were eating dinner, and I said, if you bring this up one more time, it's going to be fro-no. And about 10 minutes later, she's like, can we go to the fro? And I said, no more. No, we're not going. We're not going because you brought it up again. And we just drove home. And I said, no, well, now you know. And that's kind of how life works, right? I mean, the IRS, when you don't pay them, they don't come over and spank you. They take money out of your bank account. They garnish your wages or whatever it is. So my whole feeling is get your kids used to the kind of punishment that life is going to mete out. Not, look, I'd love it if my boss just gave me a spanking or the IRS said, you owe 18 grand. Now bend over. I'm going to slap you in the ass. Like, I'll take my belt off. I'd love that rather than pay him back the 18 grand. But I want him to get used to what life is going to take from them.
You won that
You
argument.
just broke that down. Adam-Carolla. Are we going to open up the, if you dare ask him for advice about your kids, 888-742-3345. Give them a call. Sway in the morning.
That film would come second to racing.
Now that's a film that's on demand right now called "Winning: The Racing Life of Paul Newman," and Adam-Carolla is here. You produced, you EP'd it, or?
Produced and directed it.
And directed it, and you own his. Well, they're your cars now, right?
Yeah, I have 6 of them.
And you did this to tell a story about Paul or racing, or?
I have his cars. I restore his cars and I race his cars and vintage races. And then I sort of realized people didn't know his story. So Paul Newman, from the middle of his life to the end of his life, was deeply involved with racing, owned an Indy team, co-owned Indy team, and won 4 national championships as a driver. And he drove up until age 83. Beat a bunch of Trans Am guys and basically died about 5 months later. So his biggest passion in life was racing, and nobody knows this about Newman. They knew he kind of liked cars or was into it a little bit or whatever, but his life was racing, his true passion. He did a film a year just to pay the bills and then raced full time. So nobody knew this side of him. And so I collected all the archival footage and sat down with Robert Redford and guys like Patrick Dempsey and Jay Leno and guys like that to capture this, because nobody knew this part of his life.
Is that your true passion? Like, is that one of them, or?
Yeah, it is. I'd say if I ever get any free time between, writing books, doing documentaries and whatever, I do vintage car racing. Yeah, I put the cars back together and then go out and drive them.
Wow, adam-carolla. I did not know that.
Fun fact.
I didn't know that about you,
Fun
man.
fact, yeah.
But as much as you tell us, I didn't even know that. Maybe that's the real shit. You know what I mean? Okay, well, we got callers on the line. You got the new book, Daddy Stop Talking and Other Things My Kids Won't Be Getting. And we got a lot of people on the line that's looking for, maybe you could give them some insight on this situation with kids. We got Johnny from Wisconsin on the line. Johnny, good morning. Johnny, you there? Johnny!
Johnny boy.
Fucking Johnny, man. All right, we got Bo from St. Louis. Bo! What up, Bo? There you go. Talk on the phone, man. Say hello to Adam.
Hey, Adam. Nice talking to you, man. I've been following you since I was a young man myself, on The Man Show, on Dirty Job movie, all that stuff, man. You're great.
That's Norm Macdonald.
Holy shit.
But wait a minute, The Man Show is me.
All right. You guys look alike, I guess. All right, man. Well, I need some advice, man. My 5-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Hold on. From Norm Macdonald or from Adam-Carolla?
From you, man.
Oh, yeah,
Corolla.
sloppy seconds Corolla. You wish you were talking to Norm Macdonald right now, don't you?
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I got a 5 and a 3-year-old, man. We just moved out to St. Louis. My wife took a job out here. We have no family. It's just me and her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty tough. I sell cars for a living. I work 70 hours a week. She has a professional job. And we do a good job splitting the task up between both the boys.
Mm-hmm.
But my 5-year-old, he plays both of us like a fiddle, man. I mean, he plays me so hard, and then he gets whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He knows Mom doesn't do it, so he comes to me. It starts fights, friction between me and the mother.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the 3-year-old's great. You know what I mean? Nothing he can do is wrong, but the 5-year-old, he's just he's a nut.
It's bad seed.
Yeah,
I get it.
Oh, shit.
Omen.
Yeah. All right, well, get out the flip-flop. Now, use the drilled out flip-flop because it cuts the aerodynamics down a little bit. You make it a little more speed on the backswing. Look, your kid eventually is just going to mimic you and your actions. So if he sees you fighting a lot with mama, he's going to fight a lot with the brother, the sister, whatever it is. So the first thing everybody's got to do is set a good example. This is the other thing. People think, I can be a great dad or a great mom and then get into blowouts with the mom and the dad in the kitchen and then shut it all off and be a great... Your parents and kids absorb their parents.
Right.
So first off, if they see you drinking and smoking and banging prostitutes, how many of those 3 do you do?
Just 2 of the 3.
2 of the 3. All right, so just the drinking and the prostitutes. If they see you doing that, then that's the greatest part is the example. I do believe that the moms really need to raise the kids. They need to be there. They need to nurture them. They need to tell them whatever crappy piece of craft paper that they stuck cotton balls to and made Santa's beard out of is worth anything and not a pile of shit and deserves to go on the refrigerator. They need to do all that. Daddy's got to lead by example. Mm-hmm. You go out there, you sell all those used cars, you rip off those people, you make as much money as humanly possible. You set the odometer back 100,000 miles and tell them this thing was barely driven around the block once by an old woman. You lead by example. You understand?
All right, Bo?
That was a lot.
I appreciate that.
There it is,
right,
man.
Bo.
My man, Bo.
Bo sounds
right.
drained.
No,
Okay.
but I mean it. People say all the time, they go, I've been thinking a lot about this because they go, well, you're never around. You're always out of town. You're always you're promoting. You're always doing a movie. You're always working. I said, that's right. My kids know I'm out of town. They know I'm working, and they're fine with it. Mm-hmm. Because when somebody says, how do you like your mom? Oh, she's the greatest in the world. What about your dad? He worked so hard for this family. And if you really just break it down, I said, look, I can go to Florida and start banging a cocktail waitress from Fridays and start a new family, and I'll be out of town, and my kids will resent me and hate my guts. Now I'm out of town, but I'm working. So they get it. So they understand it. So it's not so much about being away. It's about what you're doing.
When you're away.
And then you FaceTime them.
All right.
Yeah, everybody. Well, yeah, I asked the cocktail waitress to leave the room before we, or at least get dressed before we FaceTime them, sure. Or she can hold the camera. Oh, no, that's suspicious. That doesn't look right.
Yeah, somebody else is in the room, you know.
No, I'm saying if your dad died in Vietnam while he was flying a fighter jet in Mig Alley, you'd never know the man. And if your dad abandoned the family when you were born, you'd never know the man. If the second guy just moved to Florida and started a new family. But one, you have a good feeling, and the other, you resent this guy for the rest of your life. Either way, there's not a guy there, but one is positive. So I'm not there, but it's positive.
Positive. How long you been telling yourself that? Yo, you got it down pat, Adam. All right.
You kids are so lucky I'm not home.
Yeah, right. Adam Corolla, man, he's performing at Caroline's tonight and tomorrow, and you can also see him, tonight and tomorrow, right?
Tonight, tonight with Artie Lang, tomorrow with Lisa Lampanelli, and then Thursday with the Newman documentary, Winning, Racing Life, Paul Newman.
Now, I know you work with a lot of the, Jimmy Kimmel. Did you see Jimmy almost burst out in tears when he was talking about David Letterman the other night? Did you do the same?
Oh, no, he didn't almost burst out.
He
cried like a bitch, yeah.
He did cry like a bitch.
It wasn't almost. It was
bitch-like.
He bawled, yeah.
Yeah, man.
And not your kind of bawling. Bad.
It wasn't no champagne bawling.
No, sad bawling.
Sad bawling,
Not
right?
good bawling.
Did you sad ball?
Not happy black balling.
Not
funny
that
we've come up with black balling. He's been blackballed.
But
and we come up with
happy black balling.
Nice fro, yo. All right. Yeah, happy black balling. What's that?
Did you sad ball?
Sad ball.
Sad white balling?
Sad white balling. White balling is the saddest form of balling.
Yeah, man.
Not a happy black balling.
See, we black folks, we take shit that is normally sad and negative and turn it into a positive. Y'all still keep it negative.
I've seen your funerals you throw in New Orleans. I understand how it works.
Yeah, party.
Yeah, we don't crank up the band when Nana dies, but you guys do.
We crank up the band, man. Rent parties, when you can't pay your rent, you throw a party.
Oh, we're white. We own.
You own
we own the building. You guys are renting.
That's right. I don't want to do this no more.
All right.
When you can't make the rent in our building, we don't. Yeah, we'll let you have a party.
You let us have that party, right? Yeah, good point.
Party.
All right. So Adam, I wanted to. I brought my friend here, Troy.
Sorry about the deferred maintenance. We'll get on that. Anyway.
Okay, yeah, man. In the rat thing.
Yeah, we'll get on that.
Troy Von Scheibner is here.
Well, we're trying to breed a rat that eats roaches, so everything takes care of itself. But we've not worked on it yet.
Kind of like Troy. Welcome to the show,
What's
Troy.
What's happening, Troy?
Thank you very much.
Now, Troy has a show, man. It's called Troy Street Magic, and it's airing tonight on the Sci-Fi Channel at 10 p.m. Eastern. Troy Street Magic, and I've watched his Street Magic for a while now, and I just thought, man, this is really cool. Just like Tiger Woods took over golf, we got one that's taking over Magic now.
Oh,
Troy.
yeah. So I'm bitterly against this. Well, you kind of had David Blaine, didn't you? Was that?
That's true. David's one of ours.
Yeah.
Oh, you get to claim David Blaine?
We get to claim him.
Why everyone that has like 1 ounce of black blood, you guys get to claim as your own?
Y'all made that rule.
Oh, we made that rule. Well, that was us?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? At the next meeting, that's coming up.
You need to talk about
Number
that.
one, numero uno at the next meeting.
Okay. So, man, I wanted to, before you leave, Adam, I wanted to see if Troy can fascinate you with a trick here. You got a good, you want him to do over here? Yeah, come over here, Troy. Come sit over here.
Come over here?
Yeah. Take your headphones. Use
I'm
my
already
headphones.
fascinated by his accent.
Yeah, come over here.
You.
Where's Troy from? You from somewhere?
I'm from London.
Oh, okay. All right.
There you go, man. Here.
Thank you.
Well, let's see.
Nah.
So you're from England and you have straight teeth, so I'm already amazed.
Yeah, put the headphones the other way.
This can only get better.
Yeah, you already? All right. So.
Were you the only guy in England who got braces when you were a kid?
I've never had braces.
Never had braces?
No,
Okay.
never had braces.
All right.
Never had braces.
Okay, go ahead, man. So what you
It's all
gonna do?
good?
All right, so you guys watch this. We're gonna film it. Go ahead. All right.
Okay, I asked for some money before, like a dollar, if anyone had one.
Well, the trick's got to be good, and then I'll give you $1. Don't ask
We
for the
got-
money.
We got
Oh, I see. I get it. Okay. Well, street magic. I thought you got
we got
paid.
it right here.
All right, you got $1.
Yeah, so we're gonna fold this up right now. Make sure it's nice and.
You make it disappear. My
nice
wife
and
does
gr-
this one.
no.
the camera too.
I'm not gonna do that. So you can see that. I need a pen so you can sign it as well.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you got a pen? Initial it for me.
All right, I'll put my own initials on it. There it is.
That is
AC.
that's an amazing 2 initials right there.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So look, put your hand out for me like this, okay? So
All
you're
right.
gonna hold on to that for now.
All right. Do I
got
close my hand on it?
No. Keep it open. I want the camera to see everything, okay? So look,
Okay.
I've got a pack of cards as well,
All right.
okay? Now, Sway, you're gonna do me the favor of just touching the back of any card that you want, anyone. This one right here?
Yeah.
You sure? This
I'm
one?
positive. Whoa.
Okay, you guys can see that?
Okay, show that to
Yeah?
the camera.
Yeah.
Show that.
All right.
Camera got that as well?
Got it.
Okay, perfect. So look, this is what we're gonna do. Queen of clubs, right?
Yeah, okay. Dude,
Okay.
just gave it away. What was that? Okay.
No, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna tear off a corner. Like that. You can hold on to that for me. Okay. Now look, check this out.
I know. I just want to warn you at this point, be very careful because black folk think magic is real. Okay, so you could freak these people out. Okay?
I'm gonna try.
I know it's an illusion.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, I'm just saying, there's going to be a lot of screaming.
It could be. They could. I hope so.
All right.
All right. Check this out. Check this
They
out.
didn't hear me, did they?
Tell me if you feel this. So I'm
Oh,
gonna put the
yeah.
corner on top of the note.
Uh-huh.
Well, you call it a bill here. We call it a note in the UK.
That's good.
If I just do that.
I know what you guys call cigarettes, too. I don't approve. What the hell?
So you can see the corner is gone, but you see I pressed it onto
Yeah,
the
you
bill,
pressed
right?
it. Yeah.
Now I want to open out the bill for me.
Uh-oh.
And you just gave me this bill, right?
Right.
Now look, can you see anything strange with that note? That bill.
It looks like the corner's in the
Bill.
Look,
in the bill.
Hold it up. Can you see anything in the light?
Yes, I
Can you
can see
it?
the corner is inside of the bill.
Go ahead and scream, bitch.
The bill. The bill. He's a warlock.
Can you see that?
We must burn him. Throw him in a well.
Now look, check this out.
It's pregnant with the card.
Can you see that in the light? You can't
Yeah.
look.
You gotta backlight it.
Rip it out. I want to rip it out. I know this is sorry. but
Yeah,
let's-
you're just
let's-
killing my money. Go ahead.
Can we rip
Chuck.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
you want me to rip it down?
You got the card, right? So we need to see if that corner matches that card.
So I got to tear it open.
Yeah.
It's pregnant with your card. This is a card abortion. Oh no, it's all right. I'm cool.
There's the corner, right? You freely chose this card, right?
Yeah.
Now let's check this out.
Wow.
That fits
Oh my God.
exactly.
Wow, look at that, man. Can you fix my card? Wow, look at that,
That's for you
man.
to tell stories. man.
Okay, I'm gonna tell stories. Give it up for Troy Von Scheibner right there. Wow, Adam, what do you think?
Let me tell you. Can I use this as a teachable moment?
Yeah.
It's a good thing Troy never got laid in high school because he would not be able to pull off these illusions, ladies. But now, because he worked so hard and he used what we call delayed gratification, he now gets a ton of tail as an adult.
Here it is.
Yes. He's not going to lie. He's not going to lie.
Wow, man. Well, Adam, thanks for coming by,
Thanks,
man.
Sway.
Hey, man, it's
Always
always
appreciate
great.
it.
Always great.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.